Good morning, everyone. This is Maher Sonbol. I am a registered associate marriage and family therapist working at Clean Plus Recovery. And at the beginning, I need to apologize about our delay in starting our live streaming because of some technical difficulties. But so happy to be with you now. And once more, Happy New Year. Hoping that 2018 will be a good year for you, prosperous and full of achieving all your dreams and accomplishing many good things. So, our topic today about boundaries, and I understand that we spoke previously about boundaries, but today we need to get more in depth about identifying the healthy boundaries. And in a simple words, in order that we identify the healthy boundaries, we need to talk as well about the unhealthy boundaries, because it's very important to be aware about sometimes we are taking the steps to establish boundaries, and at the end of the day it's not the right thing. It's sometimes it's unhealthy and it's not helpful for me. And boundaries, as we previously mentioned, it's very important because boundaries is my identity. It's telling the whole world who am I, and what I like, what I don't, what I prefer, what I don't, what is okay for me and what I don't. That's why the first thing for the unhealthy boundaries, when we're not able to say no, when everything is okay for us, when someone asking us to do anything and sometimes this thing is not okay for us, or not the right time, or not the right place, or not the right way, but we're not able to tell that person no. Why? Because we have a lot of fear about if we're telling no to that person, we may lose that person, we maybe get offended, we may be like offending him or her, or maybe any reason come to our mind, and we prefer the easiest way is just to, I will say yes, and let's make it peacefully. And not every time saying yes it will be helpful. Sometimes it will be much more devastating for everyone, and especially for you. So it's important to learn how to say no, and this is very healthy. As well, the unhealthy part, when I'm sharing too many things too quickly with people that I just start to know them just right now, or I barely know them. And this is very wrong, because at the end of the day you don't know exactly how these people will keep your information or the thing that you disclose with them with the right way. You don't know how they will understand your point of view, or how they respect what you are doing, or respect what's your opinion about what you're doing. So it's important to use the healthy boundaries is to make it gradually, and to take it step by step, and to make sure that these people that deserve that you can disclose with them some kind of information, and to understand what level of information you can share it with them. And meanwhile, you need to make it like a mutual relation. So if you're sharing information, you're expecting that others will disclose some information about them as well. This is how equality and mutual relation can work together. So the unhealthy way to be too much disclosing and too fast. The healthy way is to be moderate, to be reasonable, to make it step by step, and to take it easier in a mutual relation. Another thing is when sometimes people think that they are responsible about others' happiness. And the matter of fact, we are not responsible about anyone's happiness. We can be part of, we can be just a reason or a source, something to lead to their happiness. Maybe that's okay, definitely. But to be responsible about the happiness of a person, that's not our job. That's not our job to think day and night about how to please the people around me. We can't live our life like people pleasers. We need to make sure that we are doing good with others, we're taking care about them, we bring some happiness to them, but we can't let them rely on us and depend on us about getting their happiness in life, because that's not okay. And this is called even codependency, and it requires some help sometimes. So it's not okay to rely on on another person about your happiness, as well you're not be responsible about the happiness of anyone else. And in relationships between couples, sometimes this is like not very clear, and we think in order to prove that I'm loving my partner, that I need to please her or to please him all the time with any way. And the matter of fact, we don't need to please, we need to respect, we need to make the other person content and happy and enjoying the time, but not be responsible day and night to make them happy. That's not okay, and you need to put even boundaries for that. So set up clear boundaries and limitation for that. Another unhealthy boundaries when we are trying to take the easiest way to be a peaceful people and be passive, not giving opinions, not taking decisions clearly, and whenever there is any situation that happening that it's not okay for us, will not talk about it, will not express it, will not deal with it. So as a matter of fact, it will be like we are coming on our self as a problem, and we're not taking our rights to express our feelings or our opinions or express our emotions about what's going on. So we need to be assertive. The unhealthy way to be passive, the healthy way is to be assertive. So it's important when you are setting your boundaries to make it clear, easy and clear, and realistic on the other hand. So some unhealthy boundaries is to be unrealistic. Some unhealthy boundaries to set up like limitations about not real things, about things that it's not realistic, not people can get it, not understand it, and all what they look at you, you know you're too much. You need to be very realistic. You need to be very clear for everyone. When you mention, you know, I don't like that, I don't like that type of food, I don't like that type of smell, I don't like that type of place, or that type of outing, you need to express who you are and what you really like. Be very realistic, okay? And the last thing we can talk about it is being disempowered and empowered, which means that when you are allowing people to take decisions on behalf of you, when you are not able to take a decision, when you are not getting the proper self-esteem for yourself and the proper self-respect for yourself, and allowing others to lead and to take decisions on your behalf. And you said, you know, this is my limit, that's what I understand in myself, I'm not good enough into anything, so that's my boundaries, I will not be able to take decisions. That's not a boundary, that's very unhealthy boundary. Whenever things coming to your life, you need to be with an upper hand about your life. You need to take decisions for your life. If you have a problem about self-esteem, you need to increase your self-esteem. You have a problem about self-respect, you need to make sure that you are increasing the level of self-respect to yourself, because this is how people will respect you. If you are not respecting yourself, if you're not believing in yourself, people will not respect you and will not believe in you. So you need to take decisions, and you need to be responsible about your decisions, and you need to be aware about the consequence of any decision, so you can take care about what may happen as a consequence of what you're doing. So it's not the way that it will say that I'm not good enough to allow people to take decisions on behalf of you, and this is like very discouraging, and by time you'll find that even people around you will get away from you, because you're not a person with identity, you're not a person with any I will not say even leadership skills, because maybe this is not for everyone, but you're not a person that people can rely on you, at least for the many or minimum basic things. You need to show the whole world around you that you're responsible enough, that you can lead things, or you can take decisions, and that's your clear boundaries. Whenever things coming around you, you can take others' opinion, that's really great. You can seek others' help, that's really okay. But at the end of the day, the final decision will be yours, and the consequence of that decision will be yours. I hope that this very quick and short video about identifying the healthy boundaries going very clear to you. We need to start to think healthy boundaries, to set up and establish proper healthy boundaries, and live that in our lives. Make everyone understand who you are clearly, and what you like and what you don't like clearly, and what you prefer. Identify yourself clearly in front of others. This will help you to continue your life easier, happier, and more content with yourself. Have a wonderful day, and I wish to be with you next week at the same time at 10 o'clock. Have a wonderful day.